Our favourite video game franchise is obviously Resident Evil. Up to 4. And now I have to say up to 4 because after 3 there was still a shitload of stuff released. But up to 4. 4 was a great game, but it just wasn't a very good Resident Evil game. Okay, I'm sorry. It was all about the shuffling zombies with the occasional crimson head and the bosses and that static camera angle is sort of what made the game the best game I have ever played. And I've played a lot of games and everyone knows how furiously passionate I am about video gaming. For me to say the best game I've ever played is a big thing. But I really got into online gaming when PlayStation Network came out for PlayStation 2, and I would spend days locked in my room, literally, playing nothing but Star Wars Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront 2, and the best game ever after Star Wars Battlefront 2, because obviously that is the best game ever made, ever, especially playing it online. Oh my god, why has there been a proper 3 yet? Is Resident Evil Outbreak File 2 online, just to play that static camera mode with was it like 3-4 other people, I don't even know. You're just running around checking boxes, running around the zoo or the sewer or the woods or whatever it was. It was just absolutely fantastic for the first time ever, sharing that Resident Evil experience with other people that just liked running from A to B to back to B to A to B to A to before you can get to C. And it was fucking amazing. Okay, I don't know if this one actually made it in. I have watched all the videos, but I watched them last week and stuff, so bear with me. What are your top 5 sort of interests? Just on while we're talking about the whole geek nerdy thing, I walked past Forbidden Planet today on the way to a recording for Radio 4, which was amazing. That was called Tidal Talks from the Rock Pool. Some fantastic actors, including Tony Robinson, did the readings, and it's going to be 3 episodes, and you get 2 monologues in each about these inhabitants of the rock pool. Literally, when I read the thing about it, I thought it was going to be about the townsfolk, and they sort of reminiscent of these creatures in the pool, but there's not. It's actually the creatures living in the pool, so like a hermit crab and stuff like that. Really fantastic. Catch it if you can. Forbidden Planet, it was like megastore for sci-fi and the cult. I think that sort of encompasses what this is all about. Sci-fi fantasy cult, So just wanted to put that out there. Anyway, my top 5 sort of things. Number 1 is probably the console gaming. That's the one thing that's always been a constant with me. Number 5, as disheartening as this may sound so far down my list, is Transformers. I love it dearly, but the problem I found with Transformers, which I thought YouTube was sort of helping me with in the community and everything, I loved it from a child right the way up. I always had a few of the toys around and stuff. And then as soon as I found out about the community and stuff, again, it's like the films, they're a completely double-edged sword. Because of the films, I found out about the community and the convention and stuff. But the problem was, as soon as the films started coming around, it became more mainstream and all the kids were liking it again. For someone who just loves retro, old-school kid shit like me, I found that really difficult to deal with, because it was sort of mainstream again and it was cool to like it. I really struggled with that for a very long time, and I think almost now I've sort of lost my love for it, because it is, I know we got loads of great stuff from it and everything, but it's so mainstream at the moment. I don't want to sound like some whiny little emo kid either, because I'm 29 for a start. But seriously, I like things because I like them, not because loads of other people do. And you know, it almost felt like I was liking Transformers because I had to. So that's why it's number 5. So number 1, computer gaming. Number 5, Transformers, for that very reason. Resident Evil and Aliens are in here somewhere. Oh, and then there's Robotech. Although Robotech is such a small thing, and I should be saying manga, but I haven't seen enough mangas and anime and everything else to sort of have that as a... They're literally the only two things I really like from that. Pokemon and Love Hina and stuff. So there are a few areas that I am interested in. Maybe... what was number 1? Video gaming. So video gaming, Transformers, manga and Robotech specifically. Because although it's really small, I don't know why, but I absolutely adore it. For something so small, for some one tiny little, such small aspect. I've got all the, I've hunted down all the McKinney novels and paid a fucking fortune for each and every one. Of the rewrites and of the Sentinels. Yeah, so manga-y stuff. Star Wars and Aliens, maybe we'll put that as film. That sounds quite good, doesn't it? We'll put that one as film. And here, number 2. Was this number 2? Or was this number 2? Well, number 2, anyway, something I have yet to talk about. But if anyone used to watch Team Decepticon, you probably know. I'm obsessed. I'm man obsessed with zombies. Fucking love zombies. Always have, ever since I saw Night of the Living Dead as a child. Okay, so it's not a... But again, over the past couple of years, zombies have become really popular and mainstream, thanks very much to Dawn of the Dead remake, which sort of came off the... Well, it sort of happened anyway, but at the same time we had 28 days later and stuff. But again, it's sort of really mainstream now, zombies, which I can kind of deal with a little bit, because before it became quite mainstream, there was very little of it. You know, and there was very little good, if that makes any sense. You know, the Romeros were fantastic, but all the other stuff was a load of old shit. You know, they were great for a watch, but not anything to sort of really get excited about, like all the Italian zombie films and stuff. You know, zombie, and blah blah blah. But you know, now we got like amazing people like Max Brooks, a World War Z. You know, came off the back of a sort of gimmicky joke Christmas stocking filler book called The Zombie Survival Guide. Max Brooks then went on to write one of the best books I've ever read. World War Z, as I've already said, and it's absolutely phenomenal. Really puts you back in that mindset of what a zombie story should be about. About the crumbling of society, they're just being scared and outnumbered greatly, just trying to survive day by day, considering how you would do it. You know, not like The Walking Dead or anything else. I love The Walking Dead, but it's lost its zombie roots. I don't think it ever had them. So I think zombies are a happy byproduct in it, which is a shame. Not that I'm not enjoying it. Yes, this whole sort of zombie thing has sort of exploded now, and obviously we've got great games like Left 4 Dead and stuff like that. It's amazing. Yeah, so my top 5: Transformers, manga, was that manga and anime? Films in general, you know, sort of Star Wars, Aliens, and I could probably pick out a load more, but I don't want to sort of swamp you. By the way, 6 is Star Trek, mainly Voyager. Mainly just Voyager. Zombies. And whatever that was, video gaming. So that's my answer to the questions. This has probably been like a 30-minute video by now already. So I'm just going to finish up this week. And because we have all answered these questions now and thought about them and everything else, I would like us to delve deeper into aspects of these things. So I am going to say this week to have free reign over discussing a franchise from any given genre or anything that makes your heart skip a beat. when you talk about it with people, when you have an evening to yourself and you just put a DVD box set on and go absolutely nuts. So talk about a franchise. I talked about quite a few in my extended questions, so I'm sort of copping out a little bit this week. But like for Robotech, for example, go into the extended universe and the spin-off books and how hard stuff is to get and costing and why you love it and where's it going. Just go nuts. So this is Return of the Living Ned saying, sorry this has been really dry, but I just thought there was a lot of stuff I needed to cover and I just needed to say some stuff. Saying that this channel is going swimmingly fantastic. Sorry about last week, which didn't go so good. And I will catch you beauties really, really soon. I can't find the stop button. It is.